Inner Fragrance Stories, where every tale carries a soothing aroma for the soul. Today, we will listen to The Unfinished Symphony to reflect on a profound lesson about the strength found in collaboration and humble acceptance. Let's immerse ourselves in the story and, at the same time, learn English through its meaningful narrative. Liam was a brilliant young musician whose piano could weep and sing. He dreamed of a single grand achievement, to compose a symphony so moving it would be performed by the city's great orchestra. Every night, in a small attic room, he poured his soul into his work, convinced that a true masterpiece could only spring from a single solitary vision. A composer stands alone, he would tell himself, dismissing the suggestions of his peers. For months, he labored. He composed the melodies, wrote the complex arrangements for every instrument, and struggled to transcribe the messy score. But his symphony remained a chaotic, unfinished puzzle. The parts clashed, the score was illegible, and his frustration grew. One evening, his friend Elena, a violinist, heard the beautiful yet broken music from his room. "Liam," she offered softly, "let us help you. Your melody is stunning, but it doesn't have to stand alone." But Liam's pride refused. "It is my responsibility," he insisted, closing the door on her. As the deadline for a prestigious competition loomed, Liam found himself defeated by his own creation, staring at the chaotic pages in despair. In that moment of surrender, he realized his dream was collapsing under the weight of his stubbornness. Swallowing his pride, he reached out to Elena. "I was wrong," he confessed. "I need your help." The next day, Elena arrived with other musicians. A cellist refined the bass line, a flutist wove in a harmonious counter-melody, and a copyist transformed the scribbled score into a work of art. Together, they didn't take over his symphony, they helped him complete it. It was still his dream, but now it was supported, strengthened, and made whole by the hands of his friends. The finished symphony was submitted and, to Liam's joy, selected for performance. As the orchestra played his music on the grand stage, Liam understood. The music that filled the hall was infinitely more beautiful and powerful than anything he could have created alone. And so, dear listeners, our story ends here. This tale reminds us that no great masterpiece is ever built in isolation. True strength lies not in stubborn self-reliance, but in the courage to acknowledge our limits and the wisdom to accept the help that lifts us higher. We hope the fragrance from today's story, The Unfinished Symphony, remains with you, not just as a life lesson, but also as a step forward in your English learning journey. Thank you for listening. Until next time on Inner Fragrance Stories, live, learn, and find your inspiration.